When I moved into the house on Maple Grove Lane, I thought I'd found a slice of quiet after a lifetime of noise. At 52, after decades grinding for tech firms, losing my wife to illness, and enduring a soulless condo with neighbors who'd argue over a misplaced trash can, this cul-de-sac felt like a refuge. The house was modesta two-story with warped floorboards and a backyard that hadn't seen a lawnmower since Reagan was in office. But it was mine. No HOA fees, no busybodies with rulebooks, just a corner of suburban America where I could tinker in peace. Or so I thought. The neighbors were polite but kept their distance, offering quick waves before vanishing into their manicured lives. I didn't mind. I wasn't here to swap recipes or join book clubs. I wanted solitude to rebuild, to heal. But one person didn't get the hint. Linda Harper, 2 houses down, in a beige fortress with lawn gnomes lined up like sentries. If control freaks had a hall of fame, Linda would have been the centerpiece. She showed up 3 days after I moved in, clutching a blueberry pie and a smile so stiff it could have cracked concrete. "Just being neighborly," she said, craning her neck to peek past my shoulder into the house. I took the pie, mumbled thanks, and tried to shut the door, but her foot was already in the frame. "Your lawn's looking a bit wild," she said, voice dripping with fake sweetness. "We take pride in appearances around here." That was my first warning. Over the next few weeks, Linda became a fixture. She'd drop off casseroles I didn't want and advice I didn't need on my mailbox placement, my industrial garage tools, even the odd security camera I'd installed. Once, she asked about the biometric safe in my home office, a detail I'd never shared. A cold prickle ran down my spine. I hadn't opened that safe in view of anyone, but I recalled shutting it one evening with the blinds half up. After that, things got weird. A wrench I'd left on my workbench was moved. My coffee mug migrated from desk to sink. Papers, bills, nothing classified looked riffled through. My gut screamed trouble, but my head called it paranoia. I installed outdoor cameras, motion activated, nothing fancy. They caught nothing but squirrels. Linda kept coming by, her comments sharper now about my tacky curtains or my non-compliant mailbox. I brushed it off, but the unease grew. The breaking point came one Saturday as I fixed a sprinkler in the front yard. Linda strolled up, no greeting, and said, "That wiring in your garage looks intense. Tech stuff? Government work, maybe?" Her tone was casual, but her eyes were predatory. My blood ran cold. "Just hobbies," I muttered. She smirked. "Well, don't start any fires. We like it quiet here." That night, I locked every window and door, feeling less like a homeowner and more like a target. Sleep became a stranger. Every creak sounded like someone testing a latch. I'd jolt awake at 2 a.m., heart pounding, certain I'd heard footsteps. The cameras showed nothing, but things kept moving. A drawer left ajar, a photo of my wife face down. I went full engineer mode, wiring the house with hidden motion sensors, pressure plates under rugs, and custom window locks that snapped shut if lifted more than an inch. No cloud backups, no apps, just a hardwired system no one could hack. Then it happened. I came home late from a rare client meeting, exhausted. The air felt wrong, heavy. In my office, the window was open 2 inches, the lock unforced. A flash drive containing proprietary schematics for a cybersecurity project was gone. It wasn't classified, but it was valuable. If it leaked, my contract was toast. I went to the police, but they shrugged. "No forced entry, no footage, no case," the officer said, barely looking up. The next day, my mailbox held an envelope from the Maple Grove HOA, accusing me of safety violations, wiring, mechanical installations, fire hazards. I wasn't in the HOA. I'd checked before buying. Yet here was a formal notice, threatening inspections and fines. I called the number. A chipper voice, Cindy from Maple Grove HOA, claimed my house was on an extended review list due to a complaint. "From who?" I asked. "I can't disclose that," she said. I hung up, furious. Linda was behind this. My firm called next. They were auditing my project over the missing schematics. "Are we under suspicion?" I asked. A pause. "Not yet." I felt my world slipping. That night, I rigged the office window with a hair trigger sensor and a decoy flash drive loaded with junk data. It wasn't just security, Anna Maria, it was a trap. At 3 a.m., a scream tore through the house, raw and desperate. I grabbed a flashlight and a crowbar, old instincts kicking in. The noise came from my office. I flipped the light and froze. Linda was trapped in the window, the auto lock pinning her torso like a vice. Her face was red, contorted, hands clawing at air, legs dangling outside. "James, help," she gasped. I was just breaking in," I said, voice flat. I called 911. "She's stuck," I told the operator. "Attempted burglary," Linda thrashed, the lock groaning. I noticed my desk drawer ajar, papers scattered, the decoy flash drive in her hand. Police and paramedics arrived to a neighborhood aglow with porch lights and phone cameras. Linda sobbed as they freed her, bruised and disheveled. My hidden sensors had recorded her creeping across my lawn with a pry bar, triggering the trap. The police found my real flash drive and stolen documents in her possession. It was over her, so I thought. A search of Linda's house revealed a hidden basement room, locked with a keypad. Inside were shelves of files, deeds, licenses, medical records, forged HOA notices, photos of neighbors, including me, snapped through windows. She'd orchestrated evictions, bullied residents into selling, all under the guise of community standards. My case wasn't isolated. The FBI linked her to similar schemes in other suburbs. The trial was a circus. Reporters packed the courthouse. Neighbors wore window justice shirts, and Linda looked defeated, shackled, and small. She was convicted of burglary, theft, harassment, and fraud, 9 years in prison. 2 HOA members got suspended sentences for enabling her. I received $150,000 in damages. The judge called Linda's obsession with control her undoing. I didn't cheer, but I breathed. Home felt like home again. My firm reinstated me, praising my work. I built a secure lab in the Garagino windows, biometric locks, fireproof vaults. Neighbors started talking, thanking me. "You gave us our street back," one said. The HOA dissolved, replaced by a fair community board. A federal agent wrote me, saying my case cracked open investigations in 3 states. I framed that letter in my lab. I installed a steel window grate, engraved with "No trespassers welcome." One day, a kid from across the street, Tim, asked about it. "It's for people who think they own you," I said. He grinned. "Like a villain trap?" "Exactly," I replied. The neighborhood felt alive again, free of Linda's shadow. What do you think about this story? Have you ever faced someone trying to control or intimidate you? Should people take justice into their own hands? Or is the system enough? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's debate what's right when trust breaks down.